Okay.
We're
Hi
live now.
guys. We're live, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just confirm. So hi guys, welcome to this session. If you're here and you can see us, just drop the fire emoji in the comment section. Let's know that you can hear and see us. I'm also monitoring from my pad here so that I would see your comments and all. Welcome, guys. It's session. Let's know that you can hear and see us. Yeah, my my pad just started playing. So let me know if you can hear and see us. Just drop a comment, drop something, share the link on your WhatsApp. Share the link. You know how when we are praying in the morning, so share the link, share the link on your Facebook, share the link in your WhatsApp status. Today is going to be amazing, right? I have my brother Bruno here and we'll be having a very interesting conversation on how to earn in dollars, with remote high ticket closing. So if you're here, just drop an emoji. Let me just read few of your names and then we'll get started immediately. So um, I think I can see Nora, I can see Kingsley. I hope yeah. I can see Emmanuel, I can see Samuel. Share the link, Let every other person come in. At least let's get to 50, 100, 150%. Um, let's get more persons in. Let's get more persons. Prince, welcome. Kisley, welcome. Samuel, welcome. Good to have all of you around again. Good to have all of you around. So it's going to be a question and answer session or let's like an interactive session. My brother Bruno and Bruno, welcome. Let's hear your voice. Welcome on board. Please say something. Let your fans hear you. I think your mic is muted.
Exactly. I
Okay.
figured I was muted. I figured I
Yeah.
was. What's up? What's up? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Bruno. We'll go live from the city of where now? From Lagos, Abi. Sometimes people ask me, they call me, I'll be like, "Oh, Bruno, what's up? Are you in Nigeria now?" I'm like, man. I just say, "Yeah, I just
Yeah.
landed."
Right. As it
But
should be now.
most of the time I'm here. I'm working from here. Any,
I'll tell
money.
you. I'll tell you. I remember when I was in Port Harcourt then, people would always call and say, Iman, let's see. I'm like, okay, do you even know where I am? We're like, oh, you're in Lagos now. I'm like, no, no. so, every people just feel like everything happens in Lagos, and then when you're in Lagos, people feel like you're outside. Yeah. So, welcome, brother. Welcome.
Thank you
Um,
for having me, bro. Thank you for
we
having.
Yeah, it's such an honor to have you around. So, the goal of the session is to get people to see the possibilities of earning in dollars. I would always say, if you don't have to be in Dallas to earn in dollars. You don't have to be in UK for your life to be okay. Right? And you don't have to be in Dubai before your customers can buy. So that that's the goal, right? That's the goal to get people to see the possibilities of earning in dollars and spending in their local currency. So I just have some questions for you. Let's talk about your story. How did you start with the internet journey? Like, what was it for you? How did it get started for you? I know you have a very funny story of how the story of phone, but I just want the audience to get to feel that part of the story also again, so that they know that you didn't just arrive, you didn't fall from somewhere, right? Like, just take us through your story, the internet marketing journey and all.
All right, so I'll just start from where the story actually began. 2020, I used to work in the customer as a customer care rep in the gym. There, I used to earn about 40,000 naira a month, and so I'll go to. For those who are familiar with Lagos, I live on the mainland and work on the island, and I used to work 7 days a week for three straight weeks. I only get off
Yeah.
one week in a month, so So basically, that's really what I used to do then. I came out the third class, from Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and if I came out the third class, I thought I was going to be a failure. I was going to be nothing, because of
Mm.
the fact that if you don't have a first class, you're probably not going to be making money and all that, and all that, and all that. And all. So, 2020, everybody's life was going the same way, and then what happened in 2020?
COVID.
COVID 19. All right.
COVID
So COVID
hits.
19 hit in 2020, and there was a lockdown. Everybody go home.
Go
Everybody
home.
stay in the house. That's exactly what happened to me. They asked me to stay at home. Give me 1 second. Let me quickly, set up something on my back end here. Just one tiny second.
Okay. Guys, so just make sure you share the link. Make sure you share the link. Let's have every other person join in. I'll repost the link again on the WhatsApp group so that more persons can join us too. Just make sure you're sharing the link. Just share the link on your WhatsApp status just so we are live.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we here now?
Yes. 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 Hold
All
on.
right. I need to set up. I need to turn on my AC because this light source is going to
Okay.
probably,
Okay.
heat up the house and all. So, anyways, so back to where we were. So,
Mm.
COVID-19 hits, and in 2020, they asked all of us to go home. All right. And
Mm.
then working in a gym, you know that a gym is a business that requires like physical, in person and all that. So the gym shut down, and basically income also got shut off. I mean, they agreed to pay us for like 3 months. But after that, half of
Mm.
our salary for 3 months, that was like 20K. But
Mm.
before then, the trigger that jolted me from my sleep was an event that happened on the 5th of July 2020. So I've
Mm.
been at home for those past couple of months. I've been trying to see how I could make money. I tried to learn data analytics. Learn data analytics. You go and apply for jobs, that kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
um 2020 July 5th, that Sunday morning, I was going to church, and so I got into this malware, and I was using my iPhone that my friend had given to me as a gift. That
Give
gift
it
was
to
that
you.
iPhone was 100K then, right?
Wow.
Uh, that you should know that that was like my if you
Yeah.
deduct how much I was spending on transport, so if you take away 30K that I was spending on
Mm.
transport, I was spending like maybe 1K a day on transport. If you remove feeding, what you have
Wow.
left is like 10K. That's what I was taking back home at the end of a full working month, right? So I'll take home 10K back, and so if you deduct that, that phone will cost me like 10 months salary of just pure savings, right?
Oh
So
no.
I really valued it. It was all I had.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into that bus, and I decided, okay, let me just bring out my phone and check Twitter. And I checked Twitter. And while I was scrolling through Twitter, next thing I just saw somebody just came, just grabbed the phone like this, right? I made away with it.
The
I was like,
violent take it by force.
bro, really took it by force.
Oh
So
no.
I remember vividly, like I was going to church that Sunday morning, and I was just feeling all these emotions. Like, why did I sit
Mm.
down there? Why did I even come to church that morning? I was just literally feeling everything. It felt like film shake. Like why
Mm.
me? Because this is where it gets interesting. Because that was not the first
Yeah.
time it was happening to me. That was not the second time. That was the third time in 2 years. First time, I was walking on the road, and then and this is why I advise people, don't press your phone as you're walking the road. In some places in Lagos, just put your phone inside your pocket and just walk. When you get to your destination,
I'm telling
you
you,
press your phone.
experience.
So I was just walking on the phone, pressing my phone and all. Let's say someone just came like this, just grabbed the phone. Two guys, they just came, grabbed the
Bro.
phone from my hand, and they just, disappeared into the
Hmm.
darkness. I was like, so that was the first one. Second one, that someone broke into my house then, and stole our phone. So I was like, at the point, I started asking myself, bro, was I cursed or something? Like, why is it to me? Like, why can't my own last? So
No.
I remember walking, to church that morning. I was down. My friend was with me because he saw the whole thing. I was feeling really down. I remember kicking the stones, and I was just asking myself, like, bro, why me? And then I
Mm.
asked myself a question that changed my life. I said, Bruno, what can you do right now to make money?
Mm.
And I said it changed my life because it made me realize that I didn't know what I could do to make money.
More.
I realized something that was so powerful that it changed my definition of wealth. I realized that poor people are not poor because they don't have money. Poor people are poor because they don't have the things that can generate money for them at the snap of their fingers.
And this
Right?
now, yeah,
For example, if you
resourcefulness.
see for example, when
Yeah.
you see, let's say, Dangote or Elon Musk has 206 billion, is worth $206 billion, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Doesn't mean that Elon has 206 billion in cash
Sitting in cash. Yeah.
sitting
True.
in the bank.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. True.
no. They are saying
I
that
agree.
the value he has, the value he's worth, is that the truth
Mm.
is that there are billionaires who can tell you that they are cash broke, right? They have assets that
Yeah.
are sitting down there that are making money for
True.
them, but they are not liquid. So these are different terms. So for a
Yeah.
poor man, when he's liquid, he has money.
Mm.
You understand? For a rich man,
Mm.
when he has money, he has assets, his business.
Assets.
He
Yeah.
might have bought goods, you understand? He needs to clear them. And he might not have
Yeah.
cash then. But once he
True.
clears them, you understand? So the rich and the
Money
poor
comes.
think differently about money. And that's just something
True.
that you want to have at the back of your mind. So, anyways, back to the story. I got there and I started asking myself this question, and then I realized that I was poor and I was broke, not because I didn't have money, but because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have skills.
Yes.
And not just
Yeah.
any skill,
Skill.
I didn't have any skill that could bring me money immediately.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, invite others, guys. Just make sure you're inviting others to join. We are 28 on the live stream, and we are more than 300 on the group. So let's have others join in. So one big takeaway, as Bruno, it's not really about um, just poor people are always thinking, oh, they don't have any, there's no skill, right? But that big question you asked yourself, like, what can I really do for money? And then you realize that, man, I don't even have the skill to be resourceful. People are looking for resources when they are not resourceful. And skills are really what makes you resourceful. Brother,
I like
please,
that. People are looking for
yeah,
resources when they are not resourceful.
they're not, yeah, true. They're not resourceful, yeah. You know, just like you said, one thing changed, one time I was really, I was going through that parable of the woman that, the husband died and left a lot of debt, to them. And in fact, the debt to the point that I used the children as collateral. When she
Mm-hmm.
met the prophet,
Yeah.
the first thing is, what do you have in your house? And
Yep. That's the
if
first thing they
normally,
said.
yeah, like, what do you have? Most times that's a big question. But what do you have? If you're poor, what do you have? What people just think it's only oil she had. No, she also had friends that could give her the jars. Because when they said go back home and pour oil, go and borrow from your friends, go and borrow
Mm-hmm.
vessels. She had friends that could give her, those jars. So most times people are not resourceful enough, and they feel broke. So, bro, thank you so much. You still want to add the part of the story I want you to get into now is
Yeah, I haven't
your
gotten to it. I was kind of network basically.
okay,
So
okay, okay, please. Yeah.
so yeah. So I asked myself that question, right? And then I realized I didn't have skills. That's why I was broke. And so as I like we Nigerians like to say, as God would have it, right? July 7th, July 9th, July 7th, a friend of mine told me about this online business model called affiliate marketing. July
Mm.
9th, I bought the course. I didn't open
Come
that course
on,
till
I
July
love your
26th.
use of dates. Reminds me of Bishop Oyedepo. Please go.
Yeah, the dates are etched in my memory.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
when
I
somebody
like to,
remembers dates like that, you know that it was really,
I
really.
don't forget it because number one, I've told you story several times. Number two is that I can't forget the dates. Those were dates that I knew that, like, if you
Yeah,
look at the trajectory of my life, these were the decisions that led to that
Yeah.
tragedy.
True.
So
True. True.
July 5th, my phone was stolen. July 7th, my friend told me about affiliate marketing. July 9th, I bought the course.
Mm.
July, I didn't open that course. In fact, now let me give you a bit of a background before we get to that. So I
Yeah.
if someone had told me, Bruno, when I was in uni, let's say 2015, 2016, or in my life, they told me, Bruno, one day they will call you the Einstein of marketing, and you will say yes. They will call you a remote closer, a remote closer. You will be selling to people and you will love it. I'll have said
Uh,
this over my dead body.
never.
I'll have said this a lie. It can't be me. You know, so I
I know,
really,
right?
why? Because I hated sales and marketing. Like, you don't understand. So I had a
Mm.
very bad experience when it comes to sales and marketing growing up. So it scarred me, right?
Mm.
And like everybody, I felt like, why do you have to pressure people to buy?
To buy,
They would want to,
yeah.
if you want to buy, they'll buy. You don't have to push them. Like, let people make their choice. And I was so silly because I thought that
Mm.
sales and marketing was about pushing people to buy. I was very, very
Yeah.
silly. I didn't
Mm.
understand because, and that's the problem, right? There's what we call general knowledge. It's the same
Yeah.
way. I mean, have you ever met people who have a, you know, I don't like to bring Bible into some of this discussion, but when people have knowledge based on rumors,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like how Job
Mm-hmm.
said, I've heard of thee by the hearing of the ear,
But
right? The
yeah,
translation
yes,
said, I've
yes,
heard of you
yes.
through rumors. So
Yeah.
they don't really know the subjects. They just said, that thing, they just like, that business, we put money there, go make you money. Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know, oh, you put the money
By
there, you
yeah.
invest, you have risk, you have ratio, you have profit, you have loss. You
True.
just also have to put your money there if you leave and go. That's all. That's how most people have an idea. So if you check
I'm
any
telling
industry,
you.
there's always people who have that type of idea, have that type of knowledge of anything. You
True.
check tech bro. They could just sit down, they press laptop, they don't make money.
Yes.
You
Money don't
understand?
come.
Even things like fraud, they say, this one does this scam. They don't know that there's some sophisticated thing that goes on with it. So the point is that in every field of life, there's always what the public knows, which is
Yeah.
nothing. It's just what over time has just been said around or
Yeah.
impressions, right? And then
True.
there's what the true experts know. So I didn't know what the true experts of sales knew. If I had known, I probably wouldn't have hated sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I said that to say that. So I hated sales and marketing, right? All my life, I hated it. And so when my friend even told me that, this thing I should do was affiliate marketing, I literally wanted to sink into my chair. I was like, bro, like, can I not make money without
Again.
selling something? Like, is it a course or something? Like, why? Why does it have to be sales, 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 and marketing
So,
everywhere? But a man that is down does not have a choice. I mean, a beggar has no choice.
bro,
Some of you,
bro.
some of you are where you are because you have choices. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
want to do this one. Oh, it's not
Bro,
for me.
please, please, please
It's because
repeat that. Repeat it again. Let people hear clearly, guy. Like,
some of you are where you are because you have choices. That's your problem.
true. Very
So
true.
side gist, side story. I was telling this girl that this girl is a very beautiful girl, one of my students. Girl is, girl wants to make money, all right, and she was even making a decent amount of money, a couple of like $100 a month. She wanted to scale, and I told her what to do, and she was dragging her feet. I said, you know why? I said, do you know why you'll not be successful? So you'll not be successful because you're beautiful, and that's sad.
You
I told
shock
her, I
her.
said, you won't be successful
Yeah.
because you're beautiful,
Mm,
right?
true.
And she was
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? I said, because when the going gets tough, at the back of your head, you're always going to tell yourself that, I feel just go meet one allergy like this, or one man,
True.
and
True.
you understand.
Very,
So you have an
very true.
option, you
Mm,
have choice,
true. Very
and
true.
that
Very
choice
true.
at the back of your head is going to keep you broke.
Mm, mm.
Because
This is very
when,
good.
like I said, when the going gets tough, there was a story I heard of a general one time where he sailed to the enemy's territory. I can't remember the details, but this is what I remember. He sailed to the enemy's territory, and then when
Hmm.
all the soldiers alighted, he burnt the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He burnt
Yeah.
the ship and
With the
said, "There's no
concept of
going back."
body leadership. Yeah.
He burned the
True.
ship. Why? He wanted to let his soldiers know that either win or we
We
die
will. Oh,
or we out.
exactly. True.
And I realized that in life, most people see. Sometimes you need to pray for. I'm going to say this. This might sound very controversial, but you need to pray for hard life, for a hard life. You need to pray for hardships because for many of you,
Sometimes,
you are
yes, yeah.
like you don't realize that there's a. I'm sounding very biblical now, but there's a. It's almost like you're at a disadvantage because you're not too wealthy, but you're not too poor. So you're just right in
Mm,
the where you can just coast along in life without anything
mm.
drastic that's going to happen to you to wake you up. So you're just literally coasting along. Okay, you make a
Comfort.
couple of comforts, right? You make a couple of
Yeah,
hundred Ks, 100Ks a month, naira. You're doing very well. Like literally, you're just there.
yeah, true.
Listen, who is in a hard place knows that it's either I get out of here or I'm done. And so they
I'm
have
done,
more
yeah.
motivation to get out of that space.
True.
So sometimes the worst thing you can do for somebody is to give them comfort.
Mm,
Give them
mm,
what they need.
mm.
So, anyways, back to
And
the story. So
there's no growth, you know. There's no growth in the comfort zone at all.
there's no growth
Most
there.
people
There's
want,
no growth.
yeah, most people want an easy life, and they're not willing to do the hard things. Really, like
If you want the easy
you
life,
need
you
to,
have to do hard things,
you need to do that.
right?
It's true.
And
I
so
agree.
this is something I tell myself because I'm also in a phase now where I have also now become comfortable, right? You know, at
Mm.
every level, there's comfort for every level. You might think that, oh
So
yeah, but somebody might look at me and say, Bruno, no, you should be doing at least 100K per month with where
yeah,
you are, right?
yeah,
Or you're
yeah.
you're okay you're doing a couple $1,000 a month, right?
Hmm.
Why? Because I am just like I look at it in Nigeria and I'm like, oh, I earn more than
Yeah,
the average Nigerian,
yeah, yeah.
and I live and
True.
I'm not even else. I don't work as hard as the average Nigerian, right? So I'm literally okay. And then that's why
Yeah.
comfort. So I also, as I'm telling you this thing, I'm also telling myself, and I like to do this
Hmm.
because as I'm talking to you,
Hmm.
I'm talking to myself too. So, anyways, back to the story. So my friend tells me it's affiliate marketing, and I'm like, no freaking way, no way in hell. Like, bro, like must it be affiliate marketing or no?
Mm.
So that's why I bought the course July 9th. I didn't open it to July 20th. Right. So
Wow.
11 days that course was just the gathering digital dust. July 20th, I opened
That
that course.
does.
The only digital dust here. So the only reason I can't open that course was because I wanted to mock the people who created the course. So I wanted to do this kind of review and say, oh guys, I bought this course, so they said that I can make money. Oh, I'm gonna open it, I'm gonna show you guys that these people are scammers, so people will not buy
Yeah,
the course.
yeah.
That was the reason. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie for you guys.
Wow,
That's the reason I
wow.
paid for that. So that's the reason I opened that course on July 20th. So I opened the course, right? And then I started going through it. Next thing, something just clicked in my head. And this is, see, guys, this is the one thing that if this thing happens to you, you will succeed in life.
Mm.
If this thing I'm about to tell you now happens to you, when you're going through any situation, any challenge, if you just get that feeling, I promise, I guarantee you cannot lose.
Mm.
What was the feeling? I remember going through the course. Remember, this week I hated sales and marketing, right? I
Yeah.
remember going through the course, and guess the one thing I felt. I just had guess the one thing I felt if I let cat out of the bag.
You felt this thing is possible,
It's
was it?
close, it's close, right?
Uh, okay,
But it's possible. It's still a bit of a distance from me.
okay.
This is what I felt. I felt I can do this. That's
I
it.
can do this.
That was it. Like you guys, it's not somebody telling you. It's like
Mm.
you
That
just realize that
that you is a eureka moment where you just feel like, bro, like a light bulb, and you
yeah,
just
it was more like you do not realize that all your life you had been doing that. Somebody just
mm,
articulated it and said, "Oh, this is what it is." Then you realize that wait,
yeah,
should we wait to I dey post for Twitter. I go read Bible, I go
yes,
teach
yeah.
people, right? I dey gather audience on my Twitter. People they check my
Mm.
salary every day. I dey post Bible. If I can post Bible like that, bro, I don't understand. I can literally post my marketing messages like that now.
Yeah. Mm. Nice.
I can do
Can do
this.
this.
Bro,
Mm.
if anybody needs to tell you you can do it, that is an external person. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the feeling that I can do it,
Get it.
nothing will stop you.
let me
Nothing.
let me just let me just quickly share, my story. Just not like a story, but just that this point of my like that
Yeah,
point.
sure. Go
You
ahead,
know,
man.
when I was 16, yeah, and I read Secrets of the Millennium Mind, you know, like when I just started reading that, I grew up in the face me, I slap you. I've told my story a lot. Grew up in the face me, I slap you in outskirts, out trousers of Abuja, yeah. And then I took that book and just like the course, I read it and I got to the point. I know the question I asked,
Mhm.
why are we poor? Like, you know
Yeah, the what are we for?
that interview, that popular interview where that guy says, "Why are you gay?" So,
Yeah,
my own was like, "Why are we poor?" Like, I can actually make money. I can actually be if I follow the principle. Like, it just broke. And I went to ask my mom. Really, I went to my. I was like, "Why are we poor?" Like, it just came like a moment. Like, I can be rich. Like, I can enjoy, this abundant, like it just, I think that was that for me. And I
yeah.
feel everybody
I
should
feel
get
like
to that
I feel
point.
like everybody needs to have that moment where
Yeah,
they just realize that shit. Like it doesn't have to be this way. My story doesn't have to be like this. Like nobody said it wasn't written in stone that my life has to be like this.
has to
I
be.
can determine what I want from my life, right?
Mhm,
And for me,
mhm,
that was the
mhm.
moment where I realized that I could do this. And without
Yeah.
even finishing the course, that course had 12 days. Without finishing the course, I went on day three. I started applying the things I learned. That
Mm.
day I applied it, I made my first 2,250 naira.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
that was the amount that made me realize that I'm never going back to the normal life again, ever.
Mm,
I knew
mm,
that, bro. If I can make 2,250 naira, I can make $2,250. If I can make two
mm.
thousand two
True.
hundred fifty dollars, I can make $20,000. Right?
True. True.
I can do over $1 million, and I have.
Mm, mm.
Last year alone, I sold over $1 million. I did over $1 million in sales for the company I
Yeah.
worked with. Of course, I got a
Imagine.
percentage of that, right? So
Yeah.
the point is that all that began from a journey of saying, I
Mm.
can
Can
do
do this.
this, of having
Amazing.
that fear of I can do this. And
Amazing.
so the moment I
Amazing.
started, since then I have never stopped again.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And that's this one thing I want, our listeners to know that, the foundations are very important. Most people just feel that, oh, you know, money is just an effect, really. The main thing, the cause are the things that really they see a USE, right? These are the
Mhm.
things that happen, the internal, right? Money is just external. It's like you sowing seeds, yeah, and
Mhm.
then the plants come out. But these things that happen, the internal world, right? It creates the external world. So most people feel like, oh, I just need to let me just do anything. No, if you don't work on your, that belief system, man, like most times it gets hard. So, bro, let's go. You did a lot in affiliate marketing, won cars and all of those things. Your story is out there, your success is out there, right? But then let's talk about you know how you transition to earning in dollars. Talk to us a bit about how you made your first dollar. How did it look to you, like, and then how you transition from affiliate marketing success to high ticket sales, like remote high ticket. Like, how was it for you? What was it been like for you? The transition and all of that.
So good question. Yeah. So I think it was so from 2020, I was doing like $1 million a month, right? I was doing very
Mm,
well. I can't really remember my first dollar per sale,
okay.
but I remember, when I started working with this international company, how much I first made. I think I made the $908 that
Okay.
month from them,
Mm,
right?
nice.
But why did I transition in the first place? Was that so after being in affiliate marketing for a short time, I thought I was there for a long time, but I was actually there for a very short time. And that's so funny because I was there. People don't realize that I did affiliate marketing in from just between 2020 ending middle of sorry, from July 2020 up until let's say ending of the year 2020.
Mm,
2021, 2022, I wasn't really doing affiliate marketing like that. I was now doing
okay.
information marketing. So I was selling my own coaching programs and services, right?
Yeah.
But because my story was so like dramatic, like it was, most
Yeah.
people could not believe that a customer care rep, a third class
Mm.
customer care in Lagos, right? Not earns more than the
Yeah.
average. bank CEO, average bank manager in Nigeria
Mm. Mm.
through this business model,
Yeah.
right? It was great. Like literally, I walk on the road and people be like, yeah, that guy now, Bruno Wogo. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like blew my fame and all of that, right? So, anyways, I
Yeah.
realized after a while, I realized that you know this is another level again. People always want to jump levels, but people now I realized that you need to when you're playing the game of business, you need to have an edge, right? And so
Mhm.
people were coming into the affiliate marketing business from buying a course. Before you know it, you're selling the same product you're selling to the same market you're selling, making the same offer you're selling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Driving. So basically, your competition you just realize that you
Increases.
brought competition
Mhm.
into your business.
True.
If I had
Very true.
known instead, if I had known instead, I would have affiliated for a different type of product, not necessarily the affiliate marketing product itself.
Platform. Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
copyright and all of that. But the problem was that was the wave that was going. So it was easier to sell that
Mm.
one, right? But the
True.
reason was so that's why a big market makes poor marketers look like they are geniuses.
Mm. Mhm.
A big
Mhm.
market is something in trading. A bull run will make an average trader look feel like he's an
Is
expert.
yeah. It's been good. Yeah.
So,
True.
so a lot of us felt like we were genius guys because literally like the wave was just there because COVID-19 was forcing people
Yeah.
to be online. So there was this
True.
massive traffic that you like, bro. I was making $1 million without really doing anything.
Wow.
Like I
Wow.
made $1 million every single month. I won that challenge organically. Like the challenge I won, right, where I won a car, right, the first person to win a
Mm.
car in the marketing industry in Nigeria.
Mm.
I won this organically. I didn't need to do paid ads. So there was lots of this massive surge of traffic, right? So I was doing
Yeah.
that. Now, um, but now the game is a bit different. So I foresaw that the game would be different and people
Mhm.
will have to learn paid ads. So I tried doing paid ads. They banned my accounts. We're talking about banned accounts just now. They banned my account,
No.
right? So
No.
Facebook banned my account and I couldn't run
Mm.
ads again,
Wow.
right? I couldn't run ads again. So I had to figure out a way. So in the process, I started learning how to write on Twitter. I grew my account to like over 100K plus followers organically again from consistently posting
Amazing.
content. And then what happened again?
Yeah.
Then I now decided, you know what? If I have an audience, because let me backtrack a bit. So when I told you that I was broke and I was kicking the stones on my way to church, and I was really sad
Yeah.
about myself, and I asked myself, why? What do I have that can make me money? And I realized I didn't have anything, and I asked myself a
Mm.
question now: what do wealthy people have that can make them
Mm.
money? And I realized that
Mm.
wealthy people have two things. Number one is that they have a network and they have something of value, meaning they have
Networking.
distribution and they have value. So they have something that's valuable. They have a distribution
Mm.
channel and they distribute it. I
Mm.
decided that I was going to build my distribution, which was my audience, my followers, my email list. I was going to build that. That is my
Mm.
distribution channel. And then
Yeah.
also I build my what do you call it now? My the value itself, which is anything I want to sell. So I figured that okay, now I've built the distribution, I now need to have the value itself, right? So I said, okay,
Mhm.
what if I could learn how to sell? Because if you have a large audience and then you know how to sell, like that's a really deadly combo, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to
True.
learn how to sell. So I invested over I mean, the first amount I invested to learn sales was about $3,000, right?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was three
Yeah.
thousand dollars.
I think I
Um,
remember. I remember that time you came to Port Harcourt. Like I think you are on this forum. You're learning with some of these guys. Which course was that? I can't place my head, but that time you Tammy came around. I know
oh
you
yeah,
spend a lot. Yeah, I know you
yeah.
spend a lot on your
Just around
education.
that time, just around that time, I'd already invested about $3,000 in
Yeah,
it, right? So, so yeah, like I mean, to be fair, right now I've done over $15,000 in my education. In the
amazing.
last 2 to 3 weeks alone, hold on, in the last 2 to 3 weeks alone, 2 million. 1.5, like over 3.5 million alone in my
On
education,
your
right? In
education.
terms of
Yeah.
networking, trying to so I'm a big fan of that really. I like to invest money in
Mm.
myself. Also because I realized
Mm.
that if you if you don't want to pay people, why do you expect people to pay you?
to pay you too, bro. Do you get?
You understand? You don't want to pay people. You don't want to pay people high ticket amounts. Why do you want people to pay you,
Right.
high ticket services for
Very
high ticket
true.
services?
Very true.
And that's one thing I realized is that you sell
Yeah.
the way you buy. If people, most people who
Mm.
cannot even sell high ticket are because within themselves they've never invested something enough
So high.
for them to
True.
validate that, oh, I can charge this amount. For example,
Yeah.
bro, I can charge $10,000 for my service
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I have
You
invested way
pay.
more than that. I have generated results way more than that. So yes, I
True.
can invest.
True. I agree. So let me just share this here. The first time I paid 100,000 naira for an event was in 2020, right? I went for Thinkation XX later Obon King. So I I started making some money. At least I made I had my first monthly million month 2019, you know, September. So I had some money saved and all of that. So my guy was like, so my intention, we're coming to Lagos, me and Wealth, Israel, all my very good guys in the crypto space. It's in London now. And then,
Mm.
he comes in. I was like, bro, we're going for the 100K package. I'm like, 100K package? Why? There's literally a 10K package. I was like, no, bro. If you really want to break, and he was one that actually brought this. He said, if you really want to open it like a new level of abundance, you should be able to
Mhm.
pay more than what you've ever paid for. It's like, and bro, do you know, like this is also like another, because the first time I ever like that, like the next that year, that's 2020, was even the first time I had like a Shiloh sacrifice of over 1 billion. And then like I just had to like have a big stretch. I paid the 100K. We went in, had both crews. We sat down in a very different corner and all of that. Boom, everything. COVID came. I was doing like multi-million since that time till now, over for 5 years now. I've done like multi-millions because I was willing to stretch myself. So, bro, I agree totally with you that like there are levels where you need to get to. If you don't break through
Ah,
that giving level, you won't receive enough. True.
absolutely, absolutely. Let me even tell you one, right? So, for example, this place I stay in, the
Mm,
first time I moved here 2021. So that was just, a year after I moved here October 2020. Yeah, my rent expires September. My rent renews every September. So I moved like September 2021, right? That's when I moved here.
mm.
So before I moved here, I remember that I brought out the money for the rent for this place. And when I paid, I was like, bro, everything in me was like, guy. I was so scared that,
Veteran,
bro. Do you understand? I was like, damn. In Lagos, you pay for rent, you pay, everything. You understand? You pay,
you pay a
and then
service charge. You know
charge
what?
visa, all of
When
those
a
things.
service charge is more than people's 2 years.
You get so you pay all
I
those
will.
things, right? And then
Mm,
I finally moved in. I remember telling myself that, bro, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I have to move to a different level. And that's
yeah.
exactly what happened. I
Mm,
moved to a
mm,
different,
mm,
right? I got to the
mm,
point where I was like, yeah.
mm.
I got to the point where I
Amazing.
was like, I'm going to
Stretch.
stretch. I'm also going
Mm,
to make this money back. So within a month,
yeah.
I made back my rent for the year.
You see. Just
That's
you
how I
see.
knew. That's how I knew that. That's how I knew I'd crossed this level.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes again, remember when we talked about comfort. Many of you, it's not that you don't have skill, you just lack
Mm,
motivation.
yes. True. True.
Many of you, it's not that
Motivation.
you don't have skill, you
Exactly.
just lack motivation. Really, like you
There's
just
nothing
like
challenging.
everything.
Yeah. There's
You're
no.
not challenged. You look at
Yeah.
it, you're the richest person in your group. Your rent does not cost you anything. Your rent is not like six hundred
Exactly.
k a year. Do you understand? Like, why would you feel comfortable?
You,
Move to a place that you're paying 4 million a year. Let me see whether you not stop.
true,
You
bro.
understand? What
Bro,
happens is that
I just came in from PH, yeah. My service charge in Abuja, I still will say it's on 6. My service charge is close to my house rent in Port Harcourt.
And you know, like
That's how
your
you
income will grow up because now
you
you
have
have to
to, yeah,
perform.
true.
Guys, what you don't realize is that what you don't realize is that what changes for you is not necessarily any particular thing. It's the fact that you stop chasing little things. For example,
Yeah,
let's say you've moved to that place where you now like your rent is 4 million a year. Let's say
yeah,
you're paying, let's say, 600K a year. You move to a place where your rent is 4 million a year. That jump,
yeah.
you know that if you have two options that can make you 5,000 naira and another option that can make you $5,000, you will not be chasing the one that
But
can make you 5,000. You work
I
on
had no
like you
true,
pick the first one that make you $5,000, right? So
true,
because
true.
of where you are and the fact of the level, it changes what you focus on because you know that you need to
Yeah,
make it big. And that's why
true.
you most
Very
likely
true.
find out that people who make that move, they eventually get it because what they are working on, what they are chasing now becomes bigger.
Yeah, and what you
They're no
chase
longer
actually
chasing
determines the
crumbs.
kind of opportunities that come to you. Like opportunities will
Yeah.
be like it changes. The kind of opportunities you see, the kind of opportunities you it's like when you want to buy a red car, you go out and then you
Mhm.
start seeing red cars, or you want to buy a bicycle everywhere you
Yeah,
go to. It's the same thing. When
exactly.
with that change, the kind of opportunities begin to change. Bro, more no to talk that. So let's get into part of the this thing. So just
So
walk
yeah.
us through. Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's get to the way. So I now decided I was
Uh,
going to invest in this program. I paid three
yeah.
thousand dollars for it, and then I started learning sales. And boy, oh boy, it changed the game for me. I literally, you know, first 6 months was difficult, like everything. I was just learning the skill,
Mm-hmm.
practicing. I started selling, to my friends. I literally closed my guy on $4,000. He
Mm.
paid me $4K.
Amazing.
It was amazing. I was like, wow. So that was the first one I
Mm.
sold. And then, I basically started selling, online. And then I remember one guy reached out to me, one of my foreign guys that were in a cohort together. And that's why it's important that you pay for, cohorts or
Yeah.
programs that have
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
things. Because somebody there might network with you that can change your life. So we're in together, and then
True.
in that cohort, they knew me as the high ticket closer. And so I was,
Mm.
they now reached out to me that, oh, they have this client that they're struggling to get calls for and close deals. They're struggling to close
Mm.
any deal with this guy. And I was like, would you mind coming in to take calls? I was like, sure. I was trying to do
Yeah.
it for the side business. So I was like, okay, let me just do it by the side. And I
Mm.
think in the first month I already sold like the 15K package. They were amazed.
Amazing.
They're like,
Amazing.
wow, like
Amazing.
how are you
Mm.
selling 15K packages and we are struggling? Like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's why I invested in my training, right? And so
Wow.
that year, I sold over $1 million, took home over
Amazing.
100K thereabouts
Mm.
as my own money. And
Yes.
so
Mm.
that's actually how my journey into high ticket sales
I
was
think it's
because
system.
now, unlike affiliate marketing, where I had to get the leads, do Facebook ads, hold webinars,
Mm.
convert them, nurture them, all of that. For remote high ticket closing, you just come in and you basically just close deals, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
think
really it.
we're just going into that now. So the next question is like walk us through like if you explain it to like a 5 year somebody's just getting like what is remote high ticket closing like just a bit of the foundation. Let's just know
Sure,
what yeah.
sure. So I like to explain like this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen where people want to buy a coaching program, right?
Mm.
Want to buy a coaching
Mm.
program, all right? So um, there are companies, right, that
Yeah.
have expensive products and services in the US.
Yeah.
All right, I can pull up my screen and show you that many companies that have expensive products and services, but
So
they know that the average person does not see a $5,000 product on the internet and brings out their credit card and buys.
yeah, but yeah.
It doesn't work that way. So the more
Mhm.
expensive the product and services, the more you have to have interaction with whoever it is you're buying from. The
Interactions.
same way if you want
Mm-hmm.
to buy real estate, if you want to buy a biscuit now, you don't necessarily need to have
No,
a
I don't
salesperson.
need.
If you want to buy
Yeah,
real estate, you have to go to the place to see what you're
go to
buying.
the inspection.
Right? Do
Look
inspection.
at
Good.
yeah.
So those are part of this. So they know this. So they now know that. But you know what? The business owner most of the time has other things he needs to do in his business. So he cannot spend all his time getting on calls with you or with
Mm-hmm.
prospects and trying to close them. So what he does is that he outsources that sales aspect to somebody who is
Mm.
good at this. These are
True.
closers. And then he rewards them and saying, you take a percentage of whatever you make. So I will
Amazing.
generate the leads for you. I will ensure that
Mm-hmm.
leads are qualified. or you can
Mhm.
qualify them. But whenever you sell, you take a percentage of. So if I sell something of $5,000, I take 10% of that, which is
10%.
five thousand
Yeah.
dollars, right? If I
Amazing.
do that 4 times in a month, I make $2,000. If I do that 10 times a
Mm,
month, I make $5,000. Now, depending
amazing.
on how many leads I get, depending on the
Mhm.
amount of. So, for example, I sold a 3K offer. I sold a $30,000 offer, and I got
Yeah.
paid percent of that. That's $3,000.
Amazing.
That's not regular. I mean, I get that one. I just get that one like once a month. All right, so that's
Mm,
not like exactly regular, but
mm.
it happens, right?
Yeah.
Regular ones were like $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. There's a time I sold something for $18,000. I got 10% of that. I sold something for $17,500. Got 10% of that, right?
Mm,
So I mean,
mm.
convert that into naira. You know what that is like.
All right. Yeah.
So
So, yeah.
yeah. So you see, I the beauty of what I do is that there is leverage in the sense that if I close more deals, if I get more
Yeah.
leads, close more deals, or negotiate a higher percentage, I can literally be walking
Mhm.
home with over
It's more
20, 30K sometimes a month.
amazing.
In 90 days, I think I made over $49,500 in 90 days.
Amazing. Amazing.
In
So
90
if
days.
you guys need to be, you guys need to be punching calculator like
I mean, you can calculate it. That's like those are money in the bank, like
that's
hard
yeah.
money in my bank. Yeah.
Mm. And the good thing is, bro, you are in Lagos. That's the thing. That's the same thing I've been telling everybody on the group. Like you're in Lagos and you're doing this, so you don't have to. People think, oh, I have to go to the US, or I have to be in UK. No, like
Nope,
you
I'm
can
in
actually
Lagos.
be in Lagos, bro. You can be in your comfort of as far as so. Um, let's let's talk about. Um, I know this one is already something people should do, but the perks of earning a dollar, like bro, like do the conversion. It's even like I was doing a little. This $1 is 1,700. $10 is 17K. $100 is like 170K. Like the $1 million is 1.7 billion naira. 1.7 billion, bro. Even if you're spending 500K daily. You know what 1.7 billion is? Now, so we're not saying you'll start, you just earn one point like one, which is possible, right? People are doing $1 million and the rest, but look at look at the possibilities, right? The best strategy we can tell anybody today is earning dollar and spending your local like
You know what's funny is like if you tell people that 100K is a lot of money, they'll like it's when you make it you realize that $100,000 is not a lot of money.
right?
I'm telling you honestly, it's not so much money that people think it is. I swear to God, like it can't even buy you a decent place in Banana Island. Like it can't.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Yeah,
I
that's
think it,
true.
oh, let me not lie. It is better than what 90% of
Like,
Nigerians will earn, right? But I'm not comparing
yeah,
myself to Nigerians because I'm living in a global economy.
yeah, true.
I am not comparing myself to Nigerians. So at my
Mhm.
level, at my standard, I should probably be doing like maybe 500, 600K a year. Right?
Mm,
That's where we should be doing.
true. So, bro, let's talk a little about some of the myths, right? People feel, oh, before I get into high ticket closing, I need to like be very good at speaking and all. What are some of the myths? If you could, like people like those roadblocks people just have in their head about high ticket closing, you feel people should know that it's before they get in.
So the thing is that there are so many opportunities for you in the sales industry, right? There's
Mm,
for those who are very comfortable on camera. There are for those who are not even comfortable on camera, right?
mm,
But some of the biggest myths is that I have to maybe get the leads myself, so I have to go and start
yeah,
prospecting, looking for people who will buy. Nope, you don't have to look for people who will buy, right?
also,
I mean,
yeah,
if you can look for people who will buy, that's good. You can earn more money. But when I sold over $1 million, I didn't need to look for people who will buy.
also,
I
also.
didn't need to do that. So there are those
Mm,
offers that exist for people like us who don't want to do that. The most important thing
mm,
is that you have to put out your skills. So that also means that you have to be able to speak very well. All right,
Yeah.
you can't be again. Remember, you're selling to foreigners. You're selling to people who are outside Nigeria. So, I mean, the way I talk on my sales calls is not like this, obviously, right? I'm a bit more
Mm.
poised. I have a bit more accent to it. When I get on my calls, I tend to talk like them. So you don't feel any sort of difference. But here's what's crazy. You know what's really crazy, Emmanuel, is that when I sold over $1 million in sales, I didn't need to sound like this. I
I'm telling
sounded
you.
like this, and I sold over $1 million. So
I'm telling you.
most people think that, oh, I need to, no. Like, you need to
Yeah.
be good, because at the end of the day, you don't want people to be like, oh, sorry, I can't understand what you said. What
You
what do
can,
you what,
yeah.
what do you mean? What do you mean? That's gonna
Mm.
cause they'll get irritated and then want to hop off or speak to somebody else, and you don't want that. So if you can speak English fluently without accent, then you should be. There's no reason why you shouldn't be making at least $1,000
Yeah.
every month.
Bro, do you know that we're an English speaking country
Yep.
and we have very, very good time zone? We have the same time, almost the same time zone with UK, bro.
We have the same
We
time
have,
zone with UK. We are close. We have the same similar time zone with Europe.
you look like, bro, do you get like, let me share this experience here. When I was going to Dubai, and then
Yeah.
we used through Ethiopia Air and the rest. So we got into Bole. I remember Bole Airport. I always love that airport. Now I met somebody who speaks French. Bro, I couldn't communicate. That's when I knew that communication is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I was using Google Translate. I will use Google Translate and show her, and she would type and show me. I was like, oh my God, English. Do you know how many person? Like the fact that you can speak English, like it's an unfair advantage. There's this book I love. It's unfair advantage. I think everybody should even get that. Like the fact that you
Yeah.
can speak English, the fact that the fact that you are an English speaking person is an advantage. It's an advantage. Like they speak French, they speak Spanish, they speak English. That's close to, I think English, like one third of the world speaks English or so. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. Most tier one countries are English speaking, whether US, UK, Canada, New Zealand. Most tier one countries are even English speaking countries. So so people who have that myth of, oh, you know, is this something I can do? Bro, it's something you can actually do. In
As
fact,
long as you can speak English, like as long as you're understanding what we're saying here right now, there's no
bro,
reason why you shouldn't be doing this.
you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't. I know. Like where people can really get clients and all of those things. You've already explained it in your program, which we'll
Oh
still
yeah,
go
yeah.
into that. Which it's not something we don't use Indomie, fast food kind of things for when you want to learn a very good skill, right? You can't learn the entire high ticket closing in 1 hour. It's not possible, right?
No, no, no.
So
Actually,
that's where the program comes in. But for somebody who is just, we will get into the program very shortly. But just this is the last question I'm asking, in this part, right? So somebody who is asking, man, I've tried different things online. I've done affiliate marketing. I've done crypto. I've done this. I've done that. No, things are not really working for me. You know what's like now you're talking about high ticket closing, right? How do I get started, or what do I do differently? Like, what advice do you have for somebody who has tried a lot of things, and then this is something, like, has that prospects also. What do you say to them?
I'll tell you a quick story about one of my students, Paul. Right? As I'm talking to you today, Paul is making so much money that he needs help.
Hmm.
He has so much
I
work.
love that.
No, I'm not even lying for you. I'm
Hmm.
telling you, like a conversation I had with him yesterday, that he's now
Wow.
decided that, Bruno, I want to work with you because I need to, like, I have so much work on my hand. I am giving people work.
Hmm.
Yep. So
Amazing.
why? Because he had done affiliate marketing, it didn't succeed for him. He had tried other things, it
Mm.
didn't succeed for him. What people realize is that, like, at the end of the day, all you need is one that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
True.
You don't need everything to work for you. You just need
Mm.
one, the right
Mm.
one to work for you. And the
True.
difference is that, look, I'm just gonna, again, most of the time people went into affiliate marketing and all these things without knowing what it was about. I tell people, sales is not. I'm not going to whine you and tell you that, oh, it's all sunshine and rainbows.
It's
That's a
all, oh
lie.
yeah, true.
Right? You will work. If you don't want to work, then it's not for you. Like, go find something
Mm.
else. All right.
Mm-hmm,
You will
mm-hmm,
work. You
mm-hmm.
will learn skills. You have to put in the work. All right. You have to learn the skill. But I guarantee you that if you learn this skill, it will change your life. As I'm talking to you right now, one of my students has sent me a call of hers to review. She just sent me a call and she was like, help me review this call. I'm going to sit down now
Mm.
and I'm going to review it and give her feedback on certain things she
Mm.
did, how she handled the conversation. She's selling for a cyber security offer. So the thing is that there's so many offers
Amazing.
you can even sell for. So these are people who want to learn cyber security. It's going to be like anywhere
Yeah.
between $3,000 to like $12,000. She's closing for
Mm.
that offer. Right? And then
Mm.
she gets paid a commission whenever she does the deal properly.
Amazing. Amazing.
So answer that person, like, at the end of the day, you need to know that, okay, how does this thing work? Once you get clear on this work and you get the feeling that now I can do this, that's all you need, really. That's all you
Mm.
need.
Mm. Amazing. 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 And for those of you who, you've seen, you follow Bruno on, that reminds me, guys, hit the subscribe button. We're on 2.2K. Bruno's this thing, so hit that subscribe button. For those of you who follow him on Twitter, you see what his pin post is like. I think that post has like 500,000 views now, or
I
impressions.
think at the point I don't even check it
It's
like
just,
that. Let me even check. I
like
think,
you see testimonies of. I think that's like one of the most compelling content. You see testimonies of every. You see people do different, screenshots and
yeah,
all of that.
over
So
500k views, like, as at today. Half
right,
a
just
million
imagine.
impressions.
Yeah, so I think some persons will need to go back, follow Bruno on X, and then check that. But let's talk about your program, right? Um, for those who want to go deep into, high ticket closing, right? Just walk us through what we should expect, because even me, I have time, man. So I'll be part of your student. I tell you from now. I get
So
time for
yeah,
hard. Let me. So let's just walk us through, like, what do we expect from to learn more from the training, for those who, I know a lot of persons are interested in this, and even those in the group that would get to watch, and so, like, just tell us what we expect to learn from the program.
so I want you to just imagine this, right? Imagine you had the opportunity to learn everything you needed to know right now, right? That will take you from,
Mm.
I don't know jack about this thing, to,
Mm.
oh my freaking god, I know every single thing I need to know about high ticket sales, and I know how to
Mm.
start making. It will literally, from step one to step two, step three, step four, up to the
Mm.
final step on what you need to do about sales. So it's going to give you the skill. So you're going to learn fundamentally what is sales, all right, and what
Mm.
is not sales. People think sales is convincing, trying to convince people. You are absolutely wrong. Sales is not
Mm.
convincing, and that's why you're bad at it. If you learn what sales is, it will change your mind. You will be in awe when you realize that,
Mm.
damn, this shit is like, you see. Let me give you guys a story, and I put it there that a Yahoo boy actually bought my course and started
Mm.
using.
Yeah, I think I
Do you
do.
realize how powerful? Do you realize, I told the story, right? Do you realize how
Yeah, yeah,
powerful
yeah,
it is
yeah. I think
for
yeah.
a Yahoo boy to use your course and making it work for him? It means
Bro,
that
that's
you that
that's
you're
that's mad.
legit, that is going to even work more for you. So that's number one. Number two is that you're also going to figure out what exactly, how to conduct yourself in a sales call, how to carry out a sales conversation with anybody,
Mm.
you have the skills, you have the confidence to be able to do this on your own. And then you can now go on to start either an agency. If you want to start an agency, if you want to become a high ticket closer, you can become a high ticket closer. If you want to start your own
Mm.
business, you can start your own business, right? Or
Amazing.
and if you want to also earn in dollars while doing all of this, you can be able to do it. You will also learn how to find clients that will pay you in dollars. You will learn how to set
Awesome.
up your
Yeah.
account and receive dollars. Right? You also learn, how to. So apart from finding clients, getting clients that are paying you in dollars, right? You learn how to
Mm.
negotiate. You also learn how to handle objections, right? So when people are going to
Objection
give you,
handling. Yeah.
how do you come back and counter those objections, right? How do you make people feel comfortable? You're going to learn all of that. At the end of the
Mm.
training, like title of my training is close like a pro, and
Clap.
that's exactly what I'm doing now. Clap, close.
Yeah.
You are going to
Yeah.
learn how to close deals like a
Like a
freaking pro.
pro.
That's
Mm.
it. So that's it. And I tell people that this is usually the offer I have for people that naturally this course is 200K. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If I charge a 1 million naira for it, it's worth it, but it's 200K. But what I tell people is, what? You pay 50K for this course, right? If you don't
Mm.
make $1,000 in 90 days, all right, don't pay the rest. Once you make your
Mm.
$1,000, all right, I collect my 150K back. Yes,
Nice one.
so you pay 50K, you get access to the program, all right. But this offer is not for everybody, it's just for a few people because I cannot
Yeah, sure.
access every single person. So you pay 50K for the course, right? Because I know I know what I have is worth it. So you pay
Mm-hmm.
the program is 200K, but just pay 50K so that I know that you are serious, all right?
Mm.
Go through it. If you don't make $1,000 during the period of doing every single thing I say, then you don't have to pay the
Mm-hmm.
remaining 50K. All right, you keep the money.
Amazing.
Right. So and that means that if you make
Right.
$999, you don't need to pay me anything. You only pay me when you pay the $1,000.
Mm.
And that's it.
Mm.
That's the offer I have for a few people here who are really, really like interested. I don't know. I actually want to
Awesome.
do this. Make sure I
Awesome.
could,
Awesome.
you know,
Awesome. Awesome. So I know a lot of persons will be interested in getting it. The link and all of those things will be it will be made available, on the group where lots of us, like other persons are. But guys, I just want to add that, you know, just know that you're learning from one of, if not the best minds when it comes to high ticket closing in Africa, right? So the value, the depth, the content is not even an issue, right? You know me, guys. Like those of you already, that the people I do things with, you must know your onions. Like he knows his onions, and he's eating his sugar, right? So, like you said, the course is not for everybody, but everybody should be able to, like, you're earning in dollars, it's to your own benefit, right? So everybody should be able to take advantage of this and you need to stretch. So don't be like, in this economy, bro, if you don't stretch yourself, poverty will stretch you. So, but bro, like this conversation, I just wanted us to have this conversation, and I'm so happy that those of you in the comment section, someone is asking, do I need a skill before learning it? So let's see if we
no,
can just promise asking if you need a skill
no, you don't need
before.
this. You will learn the skill of high ticket sales in the program.
Yeah, it's a skill itself. Yeah,
Exactly, the skill itself.
amazing, amazing,
If
amazing.
you
I
have a
think,
skill, it's not bad, but you don't need a skill.
mm, nice, nice, nice. So I think for those who would want to, let's just, I think it would be better to send it on the group. What do you think? Because I think instead of marketing.com/clap 2024, so the link, that's the direct link where people will get to see all of that. But I'm sure when it's posted on the group, more persons will get to take
Yeah, so
advantage of it.
should I share the link here, or what do you want us to do?
Okay, if you have the link on the, is it, if you can put it on the slide, on the banner, right, on the listen to just slide, or
Okay.
on the YouTube, on our YouTube page. This thing, I can drop it on the YouTube. I don't think the YouTube this can take the direct link, but those on the WhatsApp group, definitely we are going to have it posted. Is it possible to have it on moving on the StreamYard there, so that those who want to take advantage of it now can just go on and take advantage, and then others can definitely see, would definitely see it on the,
Oh, so where you want to put it?
yeah, on just on the StreamYard sliding. What's it called now?
Comment section.
Can yeah, if it goes on the comment section, why not? You can have it on the comment section, but if you can slide, I've forgotten
Okay,
the
like
name
a
of that
slide.
thing. Yeah, that banner. That's it's not banner now. What's the name of this thing they call them StreamYard again?
Okay, like a oh shit.
That's
Honestly,
called
I don't even know how to make that work. Can you do it on your end? Is it possible?
no, I'm not sure I can do it here. But it's fine. It's fine. We can always share it. I'll share it on the group
Must
too.
I have? Yeah, someone says must I have a laptop before getting this program?
Yeah, that's
Um,
always, yeah.
no,
Okay.
you don't need to have a laptop. You can start with your phone. But I highly encourage that you get a laptop, as soon as possible. But you don't need a laptop before starting. What are people who intend to pay later because they don't have the money now? Well, when you do have the money, sure, you can come around. It might not be the same price, but you can just let Akpe know, and then we can probably work something out for you.
Mhm. Okay. So the link, guys, the link is on the chat group. You can see it from Bruno's direct account there. It's highlighted, so anybody can click it and go just to show your Chrome, and then you go directly and get it. So, brother, thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Pleasure
doing
was
this with
all
me.
mine. Pleasure was all
Thank you
mine,
so
bro.
much for doing this with me. I've learned a lot from you, and even on this session, I'm sure that a lot of persons have also learned a lot. So I was asking if there's a special discount for us that stay to the
The special
end,
discount is the fact that you get it for 50K instead of 200K. That's a
right?
special discount for
That's
those.
that's a big discount, bro. Like you just get 50,000 naira, you get it today, and you don't have to pay
I want 50K.
200,000.
50K is not really a lot of money now, sir. Especially in this economy.
You get it immediately. Yeah, brother, thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Such an honor to have you around, and hope to do it again and again and again and again.
Same here, bro.
Um, yeah. So, guys, we'll see you on the WhatsApp group. I'll share more details of the program on the WhatsApp group. But I'm sure you guys got value from the conversation that we had. Even the ones like some lessons, some things that we didn't even put in the this and that we said, right? These are things that you live here with, and just change your life with. So, how many hours daily do you think someone needs to dedicate to mastering the skill, bro? Can you answer that one last question before?
If you can put in, if you can't put in an hour daily, that's fine. If you can't, if you can put in 30 minutes daily, it's also fine. I like to tell people that in a week, at least you put in 4 to 5 hours per week.
Hmm. Hmm. Amazing, amazing. Sure, sure. So, bro, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do have a great. I don't carry on. We're supposed to. We're supposed to. I know you have a trip tomorrow, and let me let
Exactly.
you. Let me let you rest so that we'll do the remaining things at the backstage. No,
All right.
Alan, but thank you so
Thanks.
much. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you. So, I think you end